Every year about this time, there's an event that happens up in the mountains called the Blue Ridge Relay. It's a 209-mile race that begins in Grayson, Virginia and ends in Asheville, North Carolina. And let me tell you, the course is absolutely brutal. Not only does it take teams 20 to 36 hours to finish, and the high elevations make it that much tougher to breathe, but the mountainous terrain with all of its peaks and valleys really takes a number on your legs. Needless to say, people who participate in this thing are absolutely insane. And believe it or not, a few years ago, I was one of them. I actually was on a team that completed the Blue Ridge Relay. We competed in this thing. Well, competed may be stretching it a bit. The truth is, of the teams that were in the race that year, mine finished dead last. And we weren't even surprised. We actually knew before we even started that we would take longer than anybody else. That's why we began 12 hours before anyone else. But get this, the other teams were actually impressed by the 12 of us. In fact, they thought that we were absolutely crazy for even attempting it. And no, it's not because they were shocked that guys like me could actually finish the thing. It was because we were doing something that no one else had ever done. While the other 170 teams or so were running the Blue Ridge Relay, my team, we rocked it. Now, if you think I just said something that I shouldn't have, or you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. Rucking is walking or hiking, maybe sometimes even a little slow running, while wearing a weighted backpack or a ruck. So while all of the other slim, trim, well-toned runners were quickly making their way up and down the mountains, we were going up and down those same mountains with the added bonus of a 30-pound plate on our backs. And you know something? In hindsight, those other runners were right to think we were a little off for doing such a thing. We were a little off for doing such a thing. I mean, seriously, why would anyone in their right mind go around carrying extra weight when they don't have to? It's a great question, isn't it? Why would anyone go around carrying unnecessary weight? I can assure you it certainly doesn't make things easier. Truth is, it's downright exhausting. And yet many of us do it, and I'm not talking about rucking either. Have you ever felt the weight of the world on your shoulders? You find yourself weighed down by grief, anger, guilt, disappointment, regret, or insecurity. Mistakes from your past haunt you, uncertainty in the present terrorizes you, apprehension about your future paralyzes you. You feel every pound of pressure as it weighs heavily on your heart and crushes your spirit. It's like this extra weight that you carry is absolutely unbearable. If this is something you can relate to, listen to what Jesus had to say in Matthew's Gospel. He said, "Come to me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Each time I finished one of my legs of the Blue Ridge Relay, the best feeling in the world was taking off this ruck. A weight was literally lifted off my shoulders. It was like I was free. My friend, there's something that you need to know. You don't have to carry that extra weight with you anymore. You don't need to feel the burden that you've been trying to bear. You can take off your ruck. You too can be free. Allow Christ to give you relief. Give him your guilt, your pain, your regrets, your anger, and your disappointment. You don't need to have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Jesus will carry that weight for you. I'm Pastor Stephen Mims, and that's your word for Wednesday. May God bless you.